Hey, just before this video begins, I'd just like to acknowledge that I've lost some of the footage that occurred between episode 2 and this episode. With that in mind, I'm going to repost the current goals and what we have already obtained and acquired so far in this chunk, just so that everybody is caught up to speed, and so that I'm able to discuss some of the things that I've already obtained. Among some experience and level gains in my stats between episode 2 and episode 3, I also purchased the Ranger hat and the Fighter hat, as well as getting 50 defense to equip Granite. I hope that you're able to give the lack of recordings between episode 2 and episode 3, but honestly at the time I wasn't sure that I was going to continue making videos, and yeah, so when I came back I started recording again, so this is all the footage of coming back. Alright, it's been a hot minute. It is July 16th, and I just got membership on this account, so I think that I'll be playing it a little bit. Currently I'm playing RuneScape 3 on my other account, and I will be just killing this Barbarian, I think, to harvest up some arrows, so that I can get that 60 range requirement. I think I'm taking a bit of a detour from what I did in the first two episodes, where I will just get the skill requirements and finish off all of the log requirements and like all of the chunk requirements aside from getting the pet. I don't think that I'm going to stay in this chunk until I get that pet, and I will I'll have to log back in into Barbarian Assault later down the line, and maybe like every chunk I'll do 150 high gambles or something like that, but we'll see. Just a bit of a recap here. I have 13.4 million bank value. I have not quite 80 cooking to cook shark, and I need 9 more range levels. I'm pretty sure that's it for this chunk. I need to, of course, purchase the rest of the Barbarian Assault stuff. Honestly, I don't even remember how to open up the collection log thing. Is it an item? Somewhere in here there's a collection log thing. But anyways, I need to finish off the rest of the, I think it's the range hat. No, I already have that. So it's just the range legs, I think, that I need. But I'll check that when I actually go to complete this chunk. Well, that's the first time that I've healed since coming back. I got a 1319. That's not that bad. Holy crap, I just got a diamond from killing barbarians. According to the wiki, it's a 1 in 4,000 drop rate, so that's fucking pretty lucky, actually. Or unlucky, because this thing is essentially useless to me right now. I've just been doing a little bit of research while I've been chopping some logs and killing some Minarch over here on what the best way to approach the next chunk is. Wow, 79 cooking. Only 187,000 experience to go until 80 cooking. I have not quite enough shrimps, but I do have almost 300 lobsters to get through. The XP of those is 4 times that of shrimps, so I'm actually pretty excited to use some of those up. I can't burn any of them. I think at level 74 is the last time that, or the last level. Is it 73? 73 is the last level that you can burn them. So 74, you can't burn them anymore. But yeah, I've still got about 6,000-ish shrimp to get through. And then however many lobsters I get through. Or rather, I guess fewer shrimp, more lobsters. But I finished this up, and then I will work on fire making. I'm done! 80 cooking. That means that I can cook the shark, so we'll do that right now. And hopefully we can cook it. There we go. Task done. Let's fucking go. Now I'm moving on to some woodcutting fire making. Hooray! Poggers! Wow. 65 woodcutting and a bird's nest. Very cool. All right, that's a book of knowledge. After doing a bit of looking as to what my options are after rolling out of this chunk to the south, there is to burn the power logs, you actually need 10 crafting. And as I don't think that there's any other way for me to get up to 10 crafting aside from lamping it in this chunk, I will be putting my books into crafting XP for the foreseeable future. Um, I don't think that there's going to be imps for quite a while, so I'm not really concerned about hunter at all. Thieving is definitely a consideration if I end up going south even further. And agility is just never going to be a consideration, given that if I end up going north, I have, like, it's not a good method to train agility, but there is a method to train agility. Hopping over the rocks kind of in the middle of the thing. You can't actually fail that obstacle, so it's just constant, like 2 or 3 XP, something like that, every time you hop over. And so I think it works out to about 4,000 or 3,500 agility XP an hour if you're like clicking every tick that you're able to. But yeah, that's just the plans for the books going forward. So I won't update this until I get levels, but just know that I'll be putting all my books into crafting now. 66 wood cutting. Wow. Oh my god, it's maze time. So I'm gonna be doing the chest method because I would like some air runes. And actually, we have the close chest spawn, so this is perfect. I'm just gonna go there right now. See you in like 2 hours. Alright, that's the maze done. Last chest at 1% doesn't give you anything. Took, I don't know, I guess about a minute per, so like 140 minutes or so. And well, these are the loots that I got: 180 bronze, 105 iron, 120 air runes, which is pretty sweet, and then some miscellaneous potions. Interestingly, it only banks strength potion. Oh my god, I know why. Damn. Damn. That's why. I was gonna say, the other ones are dropping to the floor, but it makes sense now why they were dropping to the floor. Shit, that sucks. I just missed out on some of those potions. Oh well. Um, but yeah, it was pretty sweet to get done with that. Back to woodcutting. As a bit of an aside in that one, I unfortunately had a bit of lag when I clicked on one of the chests, so I double clicked it, and then, well, it opened, so I lost about 15% running to another chest so that I could start doing it again, which is pretty sad, but, I mean, losing 15% and still getting that amount of loot is pretty disgusting. I'm especially happy with the air runes, because if I do end up rolling the south chunk, which in some ways I'm kind of hopeful that I do. My ideal is roll the north chunk so I can start training some agility up, just so I can get some run energy restoration going, and possibly do some barbarian fishing when I roll the south chunk with the feathers that I've gotten from Barbarian Assault from the mid and low level. I think both can give feathers, but most of mine are from the low level. But the air runes will help me get up to the 30 magic requirement for the mist battle staff that's on the drop table of the water fiends. Hooray! 67 woodcutting. Approximately 4 levels to go. Alright, 52 range and a 575 total level. Inching closer to that 60 range while I'm doing some woodcutting and farm making here. I thought that I would finish up my range training before I cut down a bunch more willows, because I don't really have anything else to do and I kind of hate hopping, so I would rather just run around and chop logs than hop worlds. But just standing there waiting for the barbarian to spawn is pretty boring as well, so this fills up the time. Cheeky little mystery box here. Nothing. Oh. Huh. Shit, I missed it, but that was 60 fire making. Still just grinding this out. System update in a minute and 22. I'll probably kill one more barbarian. I really do not want to lose any bronze arrows on him. Classic missing the level, 53 range. Whoa, uncut sapphire. Classic just missed it, 54 range. Holy crap, I just got another sapphire. I think that these are like really rare. 68 woodcutting? Let's go. I think this what level was done almost exclusively through normal trees. Boom! Pog. Pog. Amazing! Okay, got another maze random. This should get me quite a few arrows, probably, possibly enough to get like 57 or 58 range. I'm currently pretty close to getting 56. But the big thing that I'm looking forward of here are the air runes, as that will save me a considerable amount of time going into the next chunk, because I am basically relying on getting steam rune drops. Steam rune? Whatever the fuck they are. I think they're air water, so it's probably like mist or something like that. Um, yeah, mist seems right. So I'm waiting on getting mist rune drops to like actually train my early magic levels. So, surprisingly, the important thing out of here isn't the arrows, it's the runes. Alright, another maze successfully completed, and I already get a fucking next random event after just stepping out of that one. I did not even really look at the loot, but that was pretty exciting. I'll get through this quickly, and then I will see what the loot is. It's book time! Damn. Alright, and the book goes on to crafting. 120 iron, 120 bronze, and 135 air runes. Can't really complain. That feels pretty average, so it's kind of hard to complain about that. Up to a pretty decent air rune stack. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I don't think that I will ever be air or fire striking, just because it uses up 2 air runes. So I think the max will be earth strike, just because I should have a decent-ish amount of earth runes. Not that many, actually. Oh, shit. But I do have a lava battle staff, so yeah. I definitely have more earth and water runes. Do I actually have... I have no water runes, basically. Shit. But anyways, I do not have that many air runes, so I have to like really be careful about these, which is why I will be getting the healer hat before I even begin doing magic. God, I need to tidy up this bank. I don't have that many items, so it should look like immaculate. And it looks a bit shit right now. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna use up these arrows that I just got. Pretty excited about that, actually. Man, it feels so good to get the maze random, even if I do have to spend like almost 2 hours just clicking that one chest. But it's totally worth it. Another freaking sapphire from this. That's pretty sweet. Not useful at all, but it's kind of interesting to get such rare items so commonly over the past day. I think I've had 3 sapphires today. Definitely have not killed 1,500 of these barbarians today, though. I think that's all total that I needed from like 51 to 60 range, and I'm currently 55, so like I've killed about 600 in the past couple of days. Funny, funny number. Alright, I've saved up enough attacker points, so that's level 4 attacker and level 5 attacker. Sweet. And then if I read the blackboard here with all of these rolls, that is the Kandarin Elite diary for having level 5 in all these rolls, so that's pretty sweet. Gonna do one more game of attacker and 1 or 2 games of collector to get enough points for the hat and the skirt, and then a couple more high-level gambles, and then I've, in my mind, completed the BA portion of this chunk. I still have to finish up 4 more range levels and 11 more fire making levels, and then I'm gonna roll a new chunk. Obviously, I'll be working towards the BA pet in the next chunk that I'm in, but I'm ready for some new content to do while I'm not doing BA. Yeah, pretty excited about this. I know that I was going with the extreme rule set before, but you know, just whatever makes me have fun in this game, and if I have to backlog the pet to have fun, then that's what I'm gonna do. Insane! I'm insane with it. Oops, just missed that. 34 prayer, 60 combat, huge. Wow. 66 fire making. 67 fire making. Fuck, 53 strength. Missed it, as usual. 54 strength. Wow. Level 68 fire making. Maze random. I fucking love maze randoms. This might be enough to get me level 60 range. Holy shit, let's go. Alright, that's the maze done after about an hour and 30 minutes. Looks like I got quite lucky on arrows there. That's almost 400. And 100 air runes. Pretty happy with that as well. Just gonna bank this. I'm pretty sure that I should be expecting another random event in like... Oh wait, no, that was definitely an hour and 40 minutes actually. Because I hopped worlds at the start. But yeah, I'm just gonna stay logged in. It's pretty late right now. I stayed up to do that thing. But I'm hoping to get another random event in about 2 minutes here, so we'll see what that random event brings. I'm fucking terrible at capturing this, but that was 57 range. Still killing this single barbarian. I think with the supplies that I have, I'll be off to a good position. Definitely not gonna get 60 range with it, but I'll just kill the barbarian a couple more times, and or get lucky with another mace random. I just don't think like 360 arrows is enough. I think that they're about 50-ish XP each from my experience, but I mean, can get lucky, and actually I think this gives me a new max hit with iron arrows, so that's pretty exciting. Let me just equip them. Yeah, so I can hit 8s with iron arrows now. That's actually quite sweet, so I'll use up my iron arrows and then I'll go back to bronze. Damn, 61 combat after I got 55 hit points here. Woo! God, I'm so bad with these levels. 35 prayer. Yeah, boy. It's the sex number. Damn, an emerald. That is pretty rare. I think that's 1 in 1,000 or something. 1,012 from Barbarian, so that's pretty sweet. 58 range. Steadily climbing towards that 60. I'm running pretty low on arrows though, so I'll have to kill a lot of this barbarian with melee, I think, to finish off this grind. 70 fire making. 5 more to go. 71 fire making. 4 more levels to go. Damn, another exam. I haven't had a genie in a long time, and all I've had are exams, but I am not complaining in the slightest. Damn, another fucking maze random? Holy shit. I've had so many over the past couple of days. I really do not have time to do this, and fuck. I think that I'm just gonna finish the maze and see if I can get some like iron arrows out of it. I don't know if I trust just logging out for like a couple of hours. I would imagine that it would work, but like it would fucking suck to lose this. So anyways, I'm just gonna run this maze as quick as I can and see what I can get out of it. And I got nearly 500 iron arrows. Alright, 72 fire making. It feels so nice doing this skill compared to how slow the other skills have been in this chunk. Like, fishing all those shrimp was probably like, I don't even remember now. It's been a while, but I think at max I was capping out like 500 shrimp an hour, and that's like when I was at level 77. So I think at some point I was getting like, even in the low 50s, I think I was only getting like 250 to like 350 shrimp an hour. So that grind was probably 150 hours there, and then another whatever, like 50-ish to cook them all. So that's like 200 hours to get 80 cooking. And then the skill is like with the logs, and I only need 1.2 million XP to get to 75. It's like maybe 14 hours of like fire making. I get over 100, like 10k an hour, so I guess it's more like 11 hours of fire making. It's just like insane the difference between a 200-hour grind, well, 200 plus hour grind, because I think that would be like peak efficiency, which is kind of funny to say about catching and cooking shrimps and anchovies, but yeah, man. And then the combat skills are so slow in this chunk too. On that one barbarian, I gotta wait for him to respawn. I think I kept at it like 7,500 range XP an hour, and like similar for melees. Like, oh, so nice to get like over 100k an hour. Such a short grind, and although it's click intensive, I'm pretty used to doing this on another account. Alright, 70 woodcutting. I think I'll need a bit into 71 to finish off the logs that I need for 75 fire making. Currently I have about 800 logs in the bank right now, but yeah. It's kind of sad that I can't leave it off on a rounded number like 70, but it is what it is, and I definitely need that 75 fire making. I'm sure I will be woodcutting for pyre logs and stuff like that in the future, and maybe just as a form of AFK looking for random events. So yeah, hopefully this chunk is done with soon. What a coincidence! I'm looking for my Prince Charming as well. I just said I'm not kissing you. Fuck! I fucked it up. No! What have I done? And of course it canceled the thing right away. 59 range. Just one more level here. I'm almost certain that I still have a bunch of iron arrows in the bank. Just using up some of the bronze arrows that I have collected from using some iron arrows. And yeah, I definitely should have enough arrows for 60 because of that maze random. So I just have fire making left to do, which will be done tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I will finish the range training tonight. And yeah, roll a new chunk. Pretty excited. It's a big 36 prayer, just one more level for Protect from Magic. Definitely am not getting that right now, but I think I actually have some Dragon Bones in the bank that I can bury, so actually maybe I can get that before I leave this chunk. It'd be great to get 43 prayer. I think I brought this up before, but I don't have the supplies right now, so I will just earn those prayer levels once I leave the chunk. Hopefully pretty quickly on some water fiends, because I think that they dropped the ashes now. Damn, another freaking exam event? I'll take that. I have not had a genie that I've put into crafting XP. It's just been four of those Book of Knowledges, which is pretty sick. Getting very close to finishing this chunk, so it'll be nice to get underway on that crafting grind. But yeah, just fire making some logs, and that's about it that's left for me in this chunk if I decide not to do the pet, which I'm not planning on doing. 73 fire making. 71 woodcutting, let's go. Fuck, I missed it. 74 fire making. And it's finally time. I will be finishing the chunk here. I just have a little bit of ranged XP to go, a bit of fire making XP, and some stuff to purchase. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the range level here. And of course he hits me the same tick. So that's 60 range. Get ourselves our 75 fire making. Da 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 da. Can burn magic logs, which wow, surprisingly might be linked to what I have to do in this chunk. And then because of that 60 range, we're able to pick up a Penance Skirt. So we'll pick that up, and then also we have to pick up the Healer Hat, which will be our best in slot Mage Hat. And I'll burn a magic log, and that will complete everything in the chunk. So here's the magic log, and we're burning it now. Equipping our penance skirt. God damn, we look sick. And there we go. Chunk's done. Feels really good to get that done with. Just do a little preview of the bank. It's worth 16 mil. I have to tidy it up a little bit, which I will do before the next chunk. Also, with this healer hat, I definitely want to be using up these air runes that I've been getting in the maze random. So I will be doing that before I leave as well. But yeah, very exciting to get this done. We're sitting at almost 6.4 million XP with 18 days, 8 hours playtime, which I think is 440 hours or so. So just shy of 450 hours for this. If I had been going for the Queen Pet, I think that I would expect another probably about 200 hours. Yeah, given that I'm not doing that and I'm going to be moving on to something else, obviously I will be still working passively on this, and if I roll the south chunk, that this will be one of the goals to get out of that south chunk, along with the other incredibly tedious goals that are down there. But yeah, very excited, and I'll get to rolling the chunk now. Alright, and here we are picking out our chunk. So we finished off getting and burning some magic logs. We wielded our penance skirt. I opted to get a rune dagger instead of a rune battle axe, but in my mind that fills up the melee abyss, especially because it's poisoned and I think offers a lot more utility than the battle axe will. We have the healer hat as well. We've done all of the diaries, so one of those is completing a game. I think one of them is killing a queen and then having level 5 in all rolls, and interacting with the like billboard thing. Penance Queen Pet is going to be put on the backlog for now. We'll stick that onto the backlog. But we have both the healer hat and the skirt now, so let us backlog the Penance Queen Pet here. So I think that that will be all of the tasks that we have to do in this chunk. And so our only options here, I guess we could roll this as a chunk. Just for that tiny bit of land. You know what? Let's do it. So we can walk in a very small piece of land here, or we can go up to the lighthouse or south to the Barbarian Falls. Now, before we really get into this, I just want to do a little bit of an overview of what the north and south chunks have to offer. So the north chunk actually offers no chunk goals on its own, but if the south chunk is rolled after, it will unlock one kind of biggish chunk goal, which is an agility grind. So on the rocks leading up to the lighthouse, you're actually able to obtain agility XP, and the south chunk has the barbarian fishing, and that requires agility. So if I unlock the north chunk, nothing on its own, but in conjunction with the south chunk will require a 45 agility grind, which will be a little bit offset because I have some feathers in the bank from doing some low-level gambles. So I am able to fish and get some agility XP doing it that way, but I think that it's probably more worth my time to hop back and forth over that rock than it is to like do low-level gambles just for feathers. So that's interesting, and if I had it my way, I would do the lighthouse chunk first, and then I would do Barbarian Falls second. Now, the big elephant in the room is this Barbarian Falls chunk, which comes with the benefit of having a small cavern below it, the ancient cavern, and in there are some interesting mobs, which I will get into once we actually end up in that chunk. I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach the Dragon Full Helm grind, because I do feel that it is a drop that would be within reason for this account. However, I'm not sure how viable it will be to kill that with the gear that I would have available to me. So I think that if I can get more than 10 kills an hour, so that would turn that grind into approximately a 1,000 hour grind, I will require it getting the Dragon Full Helm to be part of the chunk. if I cannot get 10 kills, 10 Mithril Dragon kills an hour, then the only requirements for that chunk are the ones outside of the Mithril Dragons. I might require myself to flinch some Mithril Dragons, which I think would just be going up and down the stairs, in order to get drops that are like lower than a 1 in 256. So I think they have some rune items. I honestly haven't looked at their drop table that recently. But I still have the pretty intensive grind of getting the Mist Battle Staff from the Water Fiends. With that drop being a 1 in 3,000, it's definitely going to be a pretty big slog with what I have available to me. But they also drop Mithril Arrows, and in that chunk I would have access to a U shortbow. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and roll, and we'll see what we end up landing on, and I'll discuss further some of the implications of that chunk if there are any to discuss. So I'm pretty sure I just click pick chunk, and it's rolling my chunks here. And alright, so we got this tiny little section of land here, so let's go check that out. Alright, this is our chunk border, and we are right beside the chunk we just unlocked, so let me unlock that now. Yay! We've got like an additional, what is this, probably like 30 tiles. And this agility shortcut we will not be able to use until we complete the Grand Tree quest, so that will be definitely pretty far down the line, and therefore I will not consider that south chunk there to be an unlockable chunk based on that the requirement for the quest. Obviously, we still have this Baxtorian Falls south chunk that we can unlock, but given that there was no new unlocks aside from 3 normal trees in that chunk that we just rolled, we'll go back to the chunk picker and roll again. Alright, back at the chunk picker. Obviously, nothing new has changed here. We still have the north and south chunk with no new unlocks based upon the chunk that we just rolled. So, yeah, I'm pretty hopeful that I get the north chunk before the south chunk, but we'll take a look as to what we actually get here, and we will decide how to progress from there. So let's go ahead and roll. Come on, north chunk. And we get the south chunk. Alright, so this chunk is gonna be pretty fucking insane. So let's get into it. And I had my recorder set to the wrong window as usual. This is the best magic offensive outfit that I have right now. The Rune Dagger and Boots both offer +1 magic. The gloves are just defensive stats, and the healer hat adds +6 magic attack bonus. As you can see in the chat box, I did get level 2. But yeah, I'm just using up my strikes up on these this barbarian, with whom I have assaulted many times, hence the name Barbarian Assault. But I'm sorry, Minarch, you are going to be assaulted just a little bit more. Bear with it. I'm sure that you can make it through this. I will not be using Fire Strike, as I think using up 2 runes per cast is a little bit silly, but we'll see where I can get. The south chunk does have a magic grind to get through as well, so this is not without reason. So yeah, this will be level 3 magic, and we will continue on here. Level 4 magic. That is level 5 magic and unlocks Water Strike, so we'll be using that up. Level 6 magic. Level 7 magic. Level 8 magic. And that's level 9, which unlocks Earth Strike, which we will be doing now, because it uses up 2 Earth Runes, but only 1 Air Rune, and I don't think Earth Runes are going to be that useful. Level 10. And that's level 11 magic. A thought actually just occurred to me that I should be saving my cast just in case they are useful against the Forgotten Warriors, so I will kill this Barbarian with the last couple of casts, and then I will save the rest of them just to try out, see if there are good save spots down there for the Forgotten or Enraged Barbarians, so I can hopefully get that U shortbow. I will, however, be burying all of the bones that I currently have in my bank so that I can hopefully get 43 prayer, because I think that will be incredibly useful looking at how strong some of those monsters are in there, and the fact that I don't have, at this point, any protection prayers unlocked, but it would definitely be very important to get magic unlocked for sure, and then hopefully have enough to get protect from melee unlocked, although I know that it's quite possible to get that off of the ashes the water fiends drop, so not a huge concern for that, but it would definitely make things a lot easier getting the U-short bow. Alright, 37 prayer, that's protect from magic, which is huge. 38 prayer, 39 prayer, 40 prayer, and 62 combat. Missed it, 41 prayer. And that's 42 prayer, and unfortunately this is where prayer ends for me. I don't quite have enough bones to get to level 43. Which is pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not going to be camping the Barbarian outside so that I can get 43 prayer. I'll just find a different way to do the chunk to the south. We'll be opening some bird's nests as well, so let's just see what we can get. Alright, from the first one, nothing that important in here. I don't think that there are any new seeds, but we'll see. Alright, looks like the curry and calquat were new seeds. And then we have another 12 to get through. It's a U seed I see in there. That's pretty good. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary out of those ones either. I guess I did not have a U seed. I will now continue sorting out the bank. I guess I can also open the ring nests as well. And yeah, just a bunch of mostly junk, because that was the first ruby rings that we've had as well. I'm just gonna leave the egg nests with the eggs still in the nest. If I, heaven forbid, ever get that chunk, I will deal with it when I get there, but that would be months or years or never away. So we'll see. Alright, this is just a little overview of what the bank is looking like now. It's all quite tidy. With the amount of stuff that I have in here, obviously it's not the best that it could be. But as we progress through this chunk, we'll start filling up the bank a little bit more as well. But I've made sure to stick all of the super useful stuff up in this first tab. Because most of my skill and grinds are pretty much done, so all I have right now is combat to get through. And just as a little integrity check here, I have 204 bronze battle axes. I think that the only shop that is able to sell bronze battle axes is the one in Port Sarim. And as you can see, I have not unlocked Sea Shanty 2, so all of these had to have come from drops, and barbarians are the one of the most likely to drop it, especially given how low their HP is. So I'll also post a photo of my current kill, my runelight track of the barbarians that I've killed in this chunk. It's a little bit outdated because I was using a different computer, and maybe I've reset it at some point, but I've definitely killed a couple thousand more barbarians than there are on there. I think that this is only tracking after I've swapped to the new computer, which was, I think, around 20 attack and like 40 strength and 20 defense, and no range. So I'd probably killed 1,000 or so, and I've lost the tracker for that. But hopefully this is enough to know that, or to show that I have integrity and that I've done at least that grind solely in this chunk. I mean, the fishing shrimps and anchovies is pretty evident, given that I have the shrimps and anchovies. Yeah, you can't really not have those. Just as a disclaimer, in the first episode, I did wander myself up to Varrock to repurchase the short bow that I had dropped. At the time, I wasn't sure which items I was going to keep from Tutorial Island, so I had dropped things. Well, it was actually just strictly the short bow, which I was regretful of, so I went and purchased that. But given that I'd been doing the random event that teleports you there, the one where you get put in the little jail cell and you have to solve the keys for it. I didn't have a restriction on that one or the one that goes to Yanil, so I have unlocked, or I think there's one in Sears as well. Anyways, I've unlocked the music tracks from those 3 chunks, just because I didn't restrict myself on that random event. I mean, in retrospect, I think if I had realized that before I'd done those random events, I probably wouldn't have done them, especially because the loot that they can offer is quite useless. But yeah, hopefully that's that's enough to show that I'm at least a little bit honest, at least a little bit have a little bit of integrity there. Um, and yeah, looking forward to the next chunk. So I'll see you in the next episode when I end up going there. Take care, guys. Almost 41 minutes to kill one fiend with flinching with a dagger. No! Damn it.
W306 rat? More like W306 stupid hat.
Just gonna do a couple of gambles here with the points that I had before I took the extended break. So we'll do one with Defender. I'm at 112, got a Magic Seed. 113, got some Renar Seeds. And 114, I got some grimy Renar. Oh, not grimy, clean Renar. Neat. Oh, this is my first Magic Seed. Interesting. Little Gamba action with some Defender points. Number 115, got some Limport Roots. And number 116, we will get some more Renar Weed. Poggers. Alright, this is gamble number something. Archer Helmet for 117. Wow. Cheeky little gamble on KC-118 Archer Helmet. Poggers! Something like a 119 or so. 119 Berserker Helmet. On 120, some Palm Tree Seeds. On 121, Uncut Diamond. On 122, Rune Kite Shield. Alright, it's cheeky little gamble time. Let's see what we get. I don't know what gamble that was. Oh wait, that was 123 for 67k. And we'll do 124 for some Limport Roots. High gamble number 127 for our Seer Helmet. Number 125 for some Runite Ore. High gamble number 127 for our Seer Helmet. Gamble something or other. Number 128 for Law Runes. Number 129 for some Runite Ore. Number 130 for some Watermelon Seeds. 131 for some Uncut Diamonds. And 132 for some Runite Bars. And we'll do one final cheeky little gamble. And we'll see what we can get here. Got some Rune Arrows. Oh my god, that's amazing. I will unlock the U short bow shortly, and well, we now have some ammunition for it. Let's go.